Good morning. Today we're going to create a new project called Round Things Round. As you can see, this kind of looks like that childhood toy that you played as with a kid. So in order to create this, first you're going to create a circle on the bottom and then change the view to the side view and then add a second circle so it'll look like this. Let me switch over to the program we're going to do this called Sketchup. So here's my circle right here. Again, I'm going to orientate down a little bit, and this part where the red, the green, and the blue line touch, that's called the origin. I'm going to click and I'm going to drag, and if I think back to when I was a kid, I think that the radius of this, the radius is from the center point to the outside, the radius might be maximum of 6 inches, which would give me a diameter of about 12. So now what I need to do, you'll notice that the circle now sticks to the ground flat, but what we need is to bring the horizon line down a little bit, come to the side view, and then you'll notice it kind of will change if you bring it up. And you can either turn it down, bring the horizon line down to the center of your screen, and then the circle will stay red and you'll be able to click on a perpendicular circle. Or you can hold the shift key down and it will stay like that. Okay, so we're going to do the first, it's going to be the largest ring. So I'm going to click. I'm going to say maybe it has the biggest, thickest circle going around is 2 inches, so the radius would be half of that, 1 inch. So I typed 1 and return. Now what we want to do is get the circle to go all the way around the outside. So we are on step number 6. First it says to click the inside of the circle, then with the follow me tool, again that's on the large tool set. Okay, after you click the inside of the circle, you're going to click on that and it will trace around the circle to look something like this. Let's give that a try. Let's click on the big circle. Here's the large tool set, and if you don't have that, it's a view tool palette's large tool set. So here's the follow me. Remember, I already clicked on that. Now I'm going to click on the follow me tool and around. There it is. Okay? Coming back to the instructions. To make the other rings, we're going to have to change views from the side view to the top view. And basically what we're going to do is make a copy of it by using the move tool. And so select the first ring and use move tool with the option key. You have to press and release the option key and you'll get that little plus symbol. Okay, and remember, it should stay in the blue direction and go past the first ring. So what this looks like, coming to the side view, selecting the circle and even the inside. So I click and drag a box all the way around it. Select the move tool. Now you're not going to see it, but I'm going to press the option key. And now I'm going to click. I've already selected the circle, so I don't need to click on it. I can even click on the side, click, drag up, making sure that blue dotted line, the line from the move tool going down is blue. That way you know you're going straight up, and click the second one. Next, I'm going to orbit over to the top of it, so I'm looking straight down, because the next step what we have to do is we have to scale to make the top ring smaller than the one below it. So it's kind of going to look like this. So we're going to change between the front view and a side view. In here, the instructions say the front view, but as long as you go to any side view, it will work. Okay. So I'm going to start with the top. I'm going to use the scale. So I'm going to press the scale key. Okay, and the shortcut key, by the way, is S. And you'll notice if I just click on the corner and drag, see how it kind of offsets? So you don't want to do that. You want to click on the corner, but hold down the option key on the keyboard, click and drag, and it's just got to be slightly smaller than the one below it. And I let go. And I'm going to turn to the side and see if I like that. To me, that looks good. Now I'm going to select both rings now and repeat that process. So I have both of them selected. Use the move tool, press the option, click, drag up, so the top two are above the bottom two, and click. Okay, let's check the instructions. So here you can see, go to the top view, scale it, okay, and you're just going to repeat the process until you get 8 rings. So I'm going to come to the top view, so I'm looking straight down. Press the S key to scale. Again, I'm making sure that it's smaller than the bottom two rings. Whoops, see how it got off? So I got to press Apple Z to undo. Try it again. And let go. Come to the top side view. And I can kind of see I'm starting to get a little bit of spacing there. So I might use the move tool and move it down so it's a little bit closer to the one below it. Okay? Alright. And now I might select these two, or these three, I'm sorry. Use the move tool, come straight down just a little bit so it's just barely above the bottom one. So now they're nice and neatly grouped together. Now I'm going to select all four of them. Use the move tool. Here's the move tool. Press the option key, gives me that little plus symbol. That way I know when I click on something, it's going to make a copy of it. Again, go above the bottom four, orbit to the top, scale, holding down the option key. Again, it should be smaller than those two. Okay, now I'm not quite over the top. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take a look at this from the side view. Okay, move it down closer to the ones below it. Looks good. Okay, the next step we're going to do is we're going to make this the stand that it goes on. The stand's going to extend up through the top, but we're going to do it slightly different than the instructions. Okay? If I go down to the bottom, I can see that I have the centers, and I'm actually going to take out all the centers, going all the way up to the top. I'm just clicking on the center one at a time and pressing the delete until I see the blue sky. Okay, and now I'm going to go undo one. I'm going to go edit, undo, or you can press Command Z, and it comes back. I'm going to push-pull this down to the bottom. Okay. And go a little bit past the bottom. Okay, and same thing, I'm going to come up through the top, just a little bit up through the top. Actually, what I'm going to do next is offset the bottom because I want to expand this. Okay, or you can scale this. Again, I'm going to press the option key so it scales around the center. I'm going to come all the way around to the, so it just looks like it's touching the shapes, then offset to make the ring a little bit wider, and push pull the base down a little bit. Same thing with the top. Okay. I'm going to push pull this up. Scale. Option, so it comes to the center. Okay. Sometimes it'll kind of come up through this, around the outside. That's okay if that happens. Okay. Try to get the point as narrow as possible. If you want to come up higher, and scale it, and I'm pressing the S key to scale, come down to the center, that's fine too. And I might even try to take that out and see what it looks like. Okay. And then choose my favorite colors to color my shape. And I might use this, start with the green, it's going around. The color palette, but you can choose any colors you want. Okay, and now you have your color palette. You do need to make sure you add your name, period, state. And this is called round things. Okay, this is Project Round Things. Okay, and that's how you do create that childhood toy called Round Things.
Are you gonna send that to us?